Well, I felt like I was recording there. I felt it was necessary to make this because I'm fucking fed up with it. And it's really the reason why I stopped editing in general. Since I started making videos here, I've gone through a lot of video editors, as, and they all have issues that are so bad that it just makes me not want to use them, and I haven't found anything that's actually good. Like, even the ones that are more user friendly are just bad. It really just goes to show that, having a thumbnail here, I'm using the best garbage there is, and that's saying something. I just can't fucking take it anymore. I've tried editing, I've tried learning it, it's not sticking. So, I started with Filmora at first. It's subscription based video software. I kind of liked it, but at the same time, it's kind of shit. Like, other than it being subscription based, you also have to buy a bunch of shit to even get proper editing stuff, and I don't think you could even do like chroma key or anything. So it's just a whole fucking mess of just garbage, but it's useful garbage in a sense, which is the highest praise I can give it. But it kept having issues here and there. I can't remember the exact issues. I did have a document full of them. I think optimization was one, and I just gave up. I couldn't handle it anymore, so I switched. Then I tried Shortcut, and that was still shit. And it's mainly because it just didn't perform well. Even though it was open source, it just wasn't good. It just didn't have the basic things. Like, I don't think it even had split, like S for split, which is fucking nuts. I don't know why you wouldn't have that. You have to be fucking, I don't know, we say really dense in the UK, and or really thick even, to realise that, not realise even, that there are hotkeys that are just universal no matter the software. And even not having it customisable, I think that was one of the biggest problems. It also tended to crash, which was annoying whilst editing. But not only that, it also tended to crash whilst it was rendering. And sometimes the renders wouldn't work properly, they wouldn't come out as they should. And it just means that it could have been good, essentially, had it not been for that, for like a free software. So there was that. Then I think I tried a few more, and they weren't anything good because they didn't have any of the basic video editing stuff like moving a image or zooming in or anything. So I gave up on some of the other alternatives and started looking for professional software because that's really what I wanted. It's really what I needed, for that matter. And I came across Sony Vegas Pro, well, it used to be Sony Vegas, but it's now like Magic's Vegas Pro or something. Some crap. And I found one in a bundle, I think it was like a 2015 version or something. And it was fairly cheap, but it had major issues, and these issues were absolutely groundbreaking because they completely busted my PC. He made it crash. Given I was using files of up to like 550 megabytes each, and there's like 100 of these, even then, that shouldn't be an issue. Because it's fucking video editing software, there are going to be files like that. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. Like, people literally edit videos in higher file formats than that. And higher resolutions for that matter. Mine's like 1080p. That's 1440p now. But fuck me. I just can't fathom why you can't optimize software. Like, make proxy clips a thing. Make it actually work where it didn't. Because it said it had proxy clips, but it didn't work. The other thing was whenever I opened it, it used to plaster me with get the upgrade for this version. It's like, what? I'm already on the latest version, you don't even update it. And yeah, I forgot what the other things were. Other than it being a chore to just find things to work and having to buy extra bits for it, it was annoying. But annoyingly, that wasn't even the worst thing, not even the freezing, even though that was a pain. The absolute worst bit was when it just lags. I tend to do editing during, well, whilst I'm playing games because it just saves time. And it's not editing in the sense of like adding effects and stuff, it's just cutting clips and adding text when necessary, citation, whatever. And that's it. But it was always a chore to do it on Vegas for some reason. And it got too much in the end, and it lagged every single time. It lagged my games, it lagged my entire system, which leads to crashes, but it was worse in games because I couldn't leave it in the background to do its thing. And it just wasn't runnable. I don't know how you call it, usable. I just couldn't take it anymore, honestly. So, yeah, I think there was issues with the rendering as well. If I'm not mistaken. The rendering was like... I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like a bunch of settings as well, and I managed to fix the lag once, but it came at a cost, and then I was like, this cost is too big. So I couldn't handle it. So fuck that, really. So I was left with nowhere else to go, really, and I had heard and used Davinci Resolve before. It had a steep learning curve, and that was my only option at the time, and it still is now. And so what ended up happening was I stuck with Davinci Resolve. I've been using it for I think almost a year now, and I have to say it's better than Vegas, and it's better than Fillmore in some ways. But the main problems of it is like all these interfaces loading. For some reason, also Vegas took ages to load. It wouldn't even load sometimes. That was the other thing. Sometimes DaVinci Resolve, for some reason, it runs in the background when it's not even open, and it lags me my entire system. It's just I don't know, a poorly designed software. I think it's just what it is. But things, whilst there are the better sides of it, they're also worse, and the worst parts are really starting to get to me now, more than anything. And I think this is mainly because I've just been through a lot of stress, and my stress has only been getting worse. I don't need shitty software to be piled on top of my stress. It's already too much as it is. I don't want to be dealing with these problems, and for some reason I have to, because there's no fucking solution. There's no decent software. And people might say, like, get Adobe Premiere. No. They charge me for cancelling a subscription. And they're going to charge me more for paying for the fucking software. Let alone the suite, which, by the way, is for professional editing, not some layperson like me. And apparently it's less reliable. So in that sense, it's like, why fucking bother? I'm not even going to look into it. It's that worthless to me. So I'm here stuck with DaVinci Resolve and its many issues. And for some reason, it's a chore getting like effects into it. It's a chore to stop things from being auto-deleted by unselecting Auto's track selector, which for some reason you have to do manually every time rather than have it default. And there's no solution to that. Trying to think, one I was doing here, I was trying to move a preview because I'm making YouTube shorts for a series I'm making. I couldn't figure out how you like go into a preview and look up close at it and move it around, like pan and stuff. It Turns out you have to press the scroll wheel. It just doesn't make any sense. Like on any other software, including art software, you have to press a button and it's like M for move, or like hold space in Clip Studio Paint, which I use for art. But in here it's like, you don't have that. You have to press scroll wheel. It's like, why? You don't need to, and there's nothing using the mouse button on here other than the fucking interface, like transform, crop, dynamic zoom. I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm in a second. It's so bad. And it gets worse because project defaults don't save. Even though I managed to do it a while ago, it doesn't save anymore. For some reason setting vertical resolution is a pain because it doesn't fucking save either. I've had to do it twice now. Did it even save? No, it just went back to widescreen. Great. You have to do it for the render for some reason, which is fucking stupid. Which, by the way, lags my system a bit more than editing the video, which does lag as well. It's not as bad as Vegas, but if I do, at least it doesn't crash it. That's an important thing. It hijacks my microphone, that's the other big one. That's why I have to check every time it's working. And it won't let my microphone go for some reason. I don't get it. What if I have to do a voiceover? I don't know. It's just batshit crazy to me. So, yeah, I'm not left with many choices here. Davinci Resolve is just the best garbage I've got available to me. And yeah, I think people might say like, you're not actually looking up how to find a solution. I am. I've looked for solutions to all these problems and they're not there. Like even some that people are suggesting to me online don't work, like the one recently. I had to try and make an image reach the top of the vertical resolution on the preview, which for some reason works there, it doesn't work on the settings. Someone suggested a compound clip which worked. It allowed me to move it to the top outside of the position that it had. But why is this a problem? Why couldn't I just do that to begin with? Like, what's wrong with going above minus 15,000, I think it is, on the position? Apparently a lot. Apparently it's a massive problem. And the software won't fucking tell me why. It's just absolutely crazy to me. And it's crazier that companies like this can get away with this in a sense. Or they could get away with shitty design software. Admittedly it's not greedy, I'll give it that. Well, I'm not harassed about buying it or even having features locked, which I'm grateful for because I generally can't afford it at the moment. And that's partly why I don't use subscriptions anymore. That's why I buy things up front. But holy shit, it's still bad software, it just has to be said. I just can't handle it anymore. That's why I'm making this. I think it's important to spread the message. There's plenty of other things, there are things I can compliment a lot, like the keyframes, the dragging stuff in the settings. I quite like that. It's got plenty of options for like artists here, like composite. There is like other tabs which have uses that I haven't used many. Yeah, why is green screening such a, or chroma keying even, such a troll? That's another annoying thing. Doesn't need to be. Just need to pick a colour and that's it. Why does it need to be under a tab? It could just be effects. It's just annoying, and also why can't there be like defaults, like transition defaults? I want things to fade in and out, and it can't for some reason. I just don't get it. Trying to think, there's one other major thing I think. I can't remember what it was. I don't know, I'll probably comment with more, but yeah, this is just a video on just why I stopped video editing. It's just everything's garbage, and you have to go with the best garbage that there is, unfortunately. And unless there's a solution out there we don't know about that's being shadowed by these massive, more popular video editors for some reason, just unfairly. It just baffles me. And I just want something that's user accessible. That isn't going to make me look up every single fucking time I need to do something new how to do it. Because I can figure out just about most things. Like, if you give me a task to do, like, I don't know, say making something rotate, it's easy, you just keyframe it. I've done that actually. I think about it. Not as long as it's in like the screen that you're used to. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm also going to upload this as a black screen. I can't be bothered to edit, obviously. It's just miserable. That's all this is. Yeah, I can't imagine myself doing this as a job ever. It's just fucking misery. There's no other words for it. I think this is why people end up streaming instead. Because they can just turn it on whenever they want and that's it. Don't need to do anything else. And also, like, fucking videos uploaded anyway, because it's a VOD. Whatever you call it. Yeah, I'll see you VOD another time. Another video maybe. Who knows.